You don't have to buy it. Nobody's forcing you to buy the loot chest.
Since it's a single-player game, there isn't any pay-to-win elements at all that'll spoil the game for anybody else.
You can play the whole game without it.
This video is a counter-argument to all people who think like this. Because what's up, team? My name is VaniBert, and this is the problem with microtransactions in single-player games. The whole microtransaction and overmonopolization trend in video games started gaining traction over the 7th generation, with things like PS3 and Xbox 360. Niches like online multiplayer were going huge and taking the gaming world by storm, with some gigantic franchises cementing their names in gaming history. Buying a console at this point in time meant that you were also buying something with access to the internet. The big companies never saw it as a revolution in video gaming, or that the industry was diverging and evolving into a mainstream medium. They just saw it as a way to make money by creating virtual eShops, loot crates, and DLC packs. Now, to get back to the main point of this video, the problem with microtransactions in single-player games is it actually about the microtransactions part. Lo may you behold. The problem is that gamers continue to accept it. We continue to accept it. We've been accepting it since the days of the PS3 and Xbox 360. And the problem is the companies are justified in their practices, because gaming companies like Activision, EA, WB, and Ubisoft are at their core companies. It's their whole species' purpose to want to take your money. What idiot company would say no to a way of getting more money? Now, it's the gamer's fault. I'm not gonna blame WB not Warner Brothers or EA for these practices, because the gamers are the ones that need to evolve and get better at fending off these practices, because every year us gamers continue to buy into them. From DLCs to pre-orders to deluxe editions to loot crates to pay to win, we have people like these who continue to defend all of these shady practices, and these are the people who give the gaming companies their energy, their fuel. Shadow of War's microtransactions aren't actually a new problem, it's just the next logical step off the bridge of depravity that us gamers have continued to walk on for years now. I won't be going into depth about Middle-earth Shadow of War simply because I feel as if it's been talked to death. It's been covered to complete obliteration at this point. I want to cover a broader topic of the industry that also includes Shadow of War. Here's where I'm gonna attempt to track the evolution line of the basically over-monopolization within video games. First there was the DLC, then there was the expansions, and then there were the premium games. After that there was free-to-play. I'm gonna put free-to-play in quotations because free-to-play just means that they can shove way more payments and fees within the game without having to feel shameful, because technically, you bought a free game. Then more and more bullshit until we arrived to the beginning years of the $60 game, but also with microtransaction stage. Shadow of War currently being the most evolved stage of this monopolization predator, because not only does it have a season pass, microtransactions, a special edition, pizza deals, and pre-order bonuses, but this game is also a single-player game. Who the frickety frack is going to care if you have a brand new sword that you got from a chest, or a brand new orc that you got from a chest for $2.99? No one is actually going to see it in a single-player game. This goes out to all my competitive multiplayer gamers out there. Isn't the whole reason people bought things like cosmetics and other microtransactions in full-price multiplayer games like Overwatch, Injustice, and COD because they wanted to boast their skill and style over other people? By spending more in-game money on a single-player game, you are effectively throwing money at your computer screen to play the game for you. Guys, do you understand what's going on here? Why in God's name are you giving people the option not to play the game that they just fucking bought? What kind of low-life rich asshole would pay money to have a video game be played for them after they paid to play the game? Publishers and developers will always find a way to add some kind of hot spice to the statement of adding microtransactions to video games, because they know they cannot just walk up to their audience and say, hey, we need some more milk, get your udders ready. Actually, that would be pretty creepy if anybody said this, But you bet your damn ass that it doesn't change my point. Just look at the screen for a second here. Dude has like 16,000 of these silver things that you can earn actually in game by playing the game, but only 1,500 of this premium gold shit that you have to pay for. This is inflation at its finest. The silver coins basically are worth nothing, and they're the reason that you actually want to play the game. If you give filthy people the satisfaction that they desperately think they deserve by buying into these loot boxes and loot crates or whatever they decide to change the name, airdrops, whatever they try to change the name of these things, they will never stop abusing you. We need to stand up for ourselves. Please, if you have to buy Shadow of War, do not buy any microtransactions within this game. You won't just be doing yourself a favor, but you will also be doing a favor to every gamer generations after you. We're living in a day and age where the words AAA, that used to stand for a guaranteed high quality that one individual person developing a game or an indie title just couldn't live up to. Now that experience just stands for whatever these things are. We can imagine the future of gaming as a wonderful, innovative experience, a place where we break the lines between reality and virtual reality, toppling the boundaries between countries just to have fun playing video games. I'm one of those who can see an opposite future though, with mankind divided, fanboys screaming on both sides, either side too blinded to see the paywalls that separate them. Even if this insane future were to come true, remember that I may oppose you and you may oppose me. I may be your greatest enemy, but let's not let that get in the way of us saying GG. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video.